A lot of us told him, sir, go to court. Get a custody agreement and you won't have any problems. He didn't want to go to court. He then locked me out the house. You locked the girl out the house, DDG? What up, y'all? Hey, yo, this is not something that I really take no pleasure in reporting on because in my opinion, this is just two young people trying to figure out how to deal with baby mama, baby daddy drama. And unfortunately, just due to the internet, it is now spiraled out of control. And now Halle Bailey and DDG are involved in a domestic incident. I don't like this, bro. I don't like that it's gotten to the point that these two are getting physical with each other. Honestly, just feel like DDG wants to be a father, but he wants to be a father when he want to be a father. And also, Halle Bailey has boundaries set up and she wants her boundaries to be respected. She's just not some any old girl just out here where you can just pop up and cut up on her. We not in the hood anymore is what she's saying. You're not going to be treating me like that. Let's just take a look what the order said. This is an actual domestic violence restraining order. And she's reporting the most recent date of abuse was May the 11th. Accusations, verbal abuse, social media. And this is actually referring to, let's get to this exhibit right here. So if y'all don't know, this past weekend, Halle Bailey was in St. Lucia with her sisters. And there's been rumors that she's been dating Brent Baez. So included in this restraining order is he pretty much texting her like, bet, this what you doing? This what you out here doing? Pretty much saying you think you hurt my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look. Makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. When it's my turn, I'm going to be on that same type of energy. And Halle Bailey is responding like, yo, please stop accusing me. Please stop harassing me. I'm down here with my sisters. Just let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. So that is why in the restraining order, May the 11th is the most recent date of abuse. She's saying he was harassing, accusations, verbal abuse, social media, etc., etc. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of this restraining order. He's actually done some wild things, okay? All right, so Halle is pretty much saying like she's the petitioner. She's explaining to the judge who she is. You know, I'm a singer. I'm an actress. Daryl Granberry. We were in a romantic relationship for 2 years from 2022 to 2024. He's a professional YouTuber, blogger, and rapper. And she says whenever he wishes to cause upset, he starts bad-mouthing me to his several millions of fans. He claims I'm withholding our son and that I am with other men. As a result, I then receive threats and hate on social media. He seems to try to set up drama for his fans. He goes live, rants about me, and alleges that I'm keeping Halo away from him, which is false. I have requested a set schedule. He refuses. So she's saying, look, I've been trying to work out custody arrangements with him. He don't want to be on no set schedule, Judge. She says, I'm a public figure and subject to public scrutiny and hate as of recently. This morning, May 13th, Daryl was given an interview in Miami on TikTok talking about our son, flipping the script, claiming he's getting hated on by his fans. To be clear, I do not go on social media discussing our relationship or any of our issues related to our son. Only he does that. He is the one who creates this frenzy with his fan bases, and he's now going online to continue talking about me, furthering the frenzy. This is not child-centered. I've asked him to stop this behavior. He continues. He gets paid for hits, and he creates hits for him. So she's saying, like, he's creating all this drama because this is how he gets paid. She said, our relationship ended in 2024 because of his temper and lack of respect towards me. There has been numerous incidents of physical abuse even before Halo was born. Oh, she said he'd been putting hands on her before Halo even got here. He often is very profane with me. He calls me the B word. He calls me evil. Since we broke up, we have had ongoing issues related to Daryl's last-minute demands to see Halo without any schedule. He will not commit to any regular visits or schedules for visits. He demands Halo when it's convenient for him. I never know when I will get Halo back or where he will be. Based on my discussions with him and his mother, I'm aware that DDG leaves Halo with his mother most of the visits, and his mother cares for Halo. I want Daryl's family to be close with Halo, but I believe DDG should be present instead of simply leaving Halo with his family for days. All right, so this is pretty much her explaining the domestic violence incident. She says on January 18th, Daryl called and said he was coming over to get Halo, which was only 13 months at the time. I let him into my house and asked him politely when he would be bringing Halo back. I have repeatedly asked Daryl to please set a schedule. He did not want to talk and refused to tell me when he would bring Halo back. The discussion continued as I walked with him outside to assist to put Halo in the car seat. I was buckling the baby into the seat and physically got into the back seat to adjust the car seat. I had left my front door open open and was not even fully dressed as I was not even wearing shoes. Daryl kept repeating, "Get out my car, B." Halo was crying. I repeatedly pleaded with him to stop calling me the B word. I felt very nervous that he was taking Halo with him, and Halo was very agitated. I did not feel safe leaving my baby with him in this state. I also wanted to know when he would bring Halo back. He would not tell me. This argument then escalated. The next thing I knew, things got physical between us. So she's saying we both was tussling. We out here rustling over the baby. At one point, Daryl was pulling my hair. He then slammed my face on the steering wheel, causing my tooth to get chipped. I then stopped fighting back because I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to get out of the car with Halo, but was now stuck. Daryl then said that since I would not leave the baby in the car, he would take me with him. He drove quickly towards his house. When we arrived at the house, I was crying, told his family what happened. I begged his family, who was there, to help me figure out a schedule with him. They said to just leave Halo and go. I left hysterical. I had bruises over my arms and a chipped tooth. True and correct copies of pictures of the bruises in my tooth are attached. Let's take a look. All right, so here are the bruises. Definitely looks like, he probably was grabbing her. They tussling with each other, arguing over the baby. There's the little chip on the tooth. Bro, let me tell you, if I chipped my tooth, I would be so upset. So yeah, she's saying he chipped her tooth. Let's go back up. All right, here's another incident. On March 3rd, Daryl had Halo in his care. I was to pick Halo up at 3 p.m. that day. Instead, at approximately 12 p.m., while I was away from my home, Daryl came to my home, entered my home without my permission or knowledge. He does not have a key to my home. I will bring a copy of the Ring camera footage from that day that shows Daryl entering my sliding door on the side of my house and going upstairs. After he entered my home, Daryl then went into my bedroom and sent pictures of my empty bed. He sent me a threatening text, pretty much saying, "Now I see what you've been up to." Pretty much accusing her like, "Oh, your bed messed up? This what you doing while I got the baby?" This left me feeling very unsafe and nervous that he would be able to enter my home again when I was not there. She's saying the boy breaking into the houses. All right, 4 days later, on March 7th, Halo and I was both very sick with RSV at my home. Daryl stopped by to see Halo. I had already warned about our sickness. I made it clear to him that I did not want Halo leaving my home because I was sick. When I told Daryl that, he became very angry with me. He raised his voice, became verbally abusive towards me, hurling bad names. He then saw that the Ring camera was recording. He unplugged the Ring camera, opened the side door, threw the Ring camera out of my house. I went outside to retrieve the camera. He then locked me out the house. You locked the girl out the house, DDG? He then locked me out of my house. I ran around the back, came into my house through another entrance, plugged the camera back in, called my family member for help. With her on the phone, I repeatedly asked Daryl to please leave. I told him that he was being rude and I was too sick to deal with him. He would not leave. When he realized that my family member was on the phone, he became enraged. Around this time, I noticed that he also saw that the Ring camera was back on, so he smashed the camera. DDG, what's going on, bro? I have this recorded and will be bringing the recording to the hearing. Daryl then grabbed my phone, hung up on my call to my family member. At some point while I was distracted, I was able to get Halo from him. Daryl then ran out of the house with my phone. I followed, begging him to please give my phone back. He got into his car, closed the car door, and while I was holding Halo, Daryl then drove off, threw my phone out the window, and yelled, "Go get it, B." As a result of this incident, I had to file a police report. Exhibit 3 shows the report. So she's saying, look, I done called the police on this joker. I don't know what to do at this point. I gotta get a restraining order. She says, the lack of schedule and Daryl's random demands causes me great distress. I'm a singer and an actress. I'm often on set having to arrange my schedule ahead of time. I must be able to work. People begin threatening me, and this creates fear for me. I've attempted to work with Daryl to set up a schedule for Halo, but he refuses to talk to me and just goes live to blast me to his fans. I also continue to try to work with his mother to try and arrange time for Daryl to be with Halo. I was filming in New Jersey last month and arranged for his mother to come and take Halo to visit his father. In coordination with the trip, I learned that Daryl had purchased a one-way ticket for his mother to come to New Jersey and take Halo to him. He demanded I paid a return ticket and would not book it. DDG, if you send your mama to go get the baby, you got to pay for your mama to come back with the baby. And then either you or your mama got to take the baby back. That's usually how that works. The baby mama ain't supposed to pay for your mama ticket. That ain't how that go. He demanded I pay the cost of the return ticket and would not book it. I had a lawyer get involved in order to protect our son and draft an agreement to ensure that our son would be returned to me. I was glad that I could facilitate the visit, but it created tremendous stress for me and disrupted my work while I was dealing with Daryl's threats. The court should also be aware that Daryl's mother and I discussed further visits after the visit last month, but Daryl chooses not to see our son. This is not unusual. Daryl often goes weeks without contact, then demands halo that very day. Daryl's mother and I discussed that I would be back in LA with Halo returning on May the 11th, 2025. Our communication is included and attached in Exhibit 5. Then, on May 5th, the night of the Met Gala, Daryl started up again online. He went live on his Twitch channel, voicing that he was unable to see his son, implying that I was keeping Halo from him. He then created a firestorm of media saying, "Free Halo! Free Halo!" Seeing various social media messages directed at me, his fans then began accusing me of refusing to share Halo and being out partying with other men. Given the fact that Daryl's mother and I had texted about my whereabouts a week prior, and Daryl did not wish to see Halo after this last visit. The timing of his Twitch post was intended to ruin my night, which it did. I could not concentrate or be present at the Met Gala. I was worried about this situation again. All right, so she's setting it up as, and we all have kind of noticed this, and I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. Anytime it seems like Halle Bailey has something going on, DDG gets on the internet and he cooks something up. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sounds like he wants to be with her, but he don't want to be with her. And he don't want nobody else to be with her, and he don't want her happy. That's just what it sounds like. We only getting Halle's point of view. DDG, you need to go get a lawyer so we can get your point of view. She goes on to say that Daryl refuses to work with my attorney to set up any schedule. Instead, he's threatening that he will take our son 50% of the time and pay me zero support. It should be noted that he's never paid me child support. I've never sought child support from him. I have asked him, however, to contribute to Halo's expenses. Only on one occasion has he done so. I am contractually committed to be filming a movie out of the country in Italy on June 7th. For approximately 8 weeks, I have been and remain the only caretaker of Halo throughout his entire life. I do not believe it's in Halo's best interest to be left with Daryl, or more likely his mother, because Daryl leaves town on a weekly basis, most weeks, especially for the entire 8 weeks I'm going to be gone. I'm seeking permission to take Halo with me to Italy so I can continue caring for him. I am contractually bound to be in Italy for the film. I have a family and a nanny who will be traveling with me to care for Halo while I'm working. I have done everything possible to avoid going to court. I've tried to placate Daryl by providing him access to Halo, even though he is not with Halo and often leaves Halo with his mama. I see why DDG mama is on the internet now a little mad. She keep bringing his mama up. I have facilitated his visits no matter where I am, and often last minute. I realize that there is no placating Daryl. I cannot allow his abuse any longer. I cannot keep living like this. I never know when he's going to demand our son or if I'll be subject to threats and abuse. As of this date, I'm signing this declaration. Daryl is in Miami online, railing against me, alleging he cannot see his son. He is not in Los Angeles. I had planned on Daryl picking Halo up yesterday, at my home in LA. His attorney has not responded to mine to arrange for the visit. This is not a child-centered relationship, and Halo is only being used to further his fan base and online presence. Yikes. Whoo! Listen, y'all remember when DDG went online and was saying he just wants to get Halo. Halo is sick. He wants to be with Halo. That's the same night Halle is saying this man was terrorizing her at her house. Took her phone, taking the ring cap, all that foolishness. And then you get online playing the victim. And at that time, a lot of us told him, sir, go to court. Get a custody agreement and you won't have any problems. He didn't want to go to court. He didn't want to do it. So here we are today. Hopefully they can work it out, man. I hate to see this. I hope they can work it out. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think Halle is being unfair with the baby? Leave your comments below. Peace.